Hey, how's it going, everybody? What's up? Welcome back to another video. It is I, your boy, Mr. Tweak. And lads, there's been a lot of negativity going on recently all across Twitter and, the Twitch community for Tarkov. So I decided, hey, why not make a video that is at least, somewhat positive in vibe, if you will. So today we're going to talk about the next Tarkov wipe. And just to get it out of the way right now, I think the wipe is going to be in December. Probably New Year's, Christmas time, because that's usually when we get these major patches. At least that's kind of the pattern, over the last couple of years. That's around when we get it. So if you guys are wondering when the wipe is, it is probably more than likely going to be around Christmas, give or take a week, potentially maybe in January after the new year. We'll just have to wait and see. Also, just before we get into the video, lads, I'm curious about this. If you guys could just do me a favor, if you guys enjoy the video, please make sure to leave a like and leave a comment. I just want to see if, the more likes you get and the more comments you get, does it push your videos more? Because when I get to Texas, I'm going to be putting a lot more focus on YouTube related stuff. So I'm just trying to figure out some stuff now before we actually get there. Mostly because related to a lot of the Twitch drama recently, I know a lot of you guys don't care about that. So let's move on from that and get into the video. So why should we be excited about the next Tarkov update? Well, looking historically, the last wipe that we got didn't really have a lot of content. A lot of people weren't really happy with it. And as it turned out, a lot of people actually took a break from the game, which that's not a bad thing. A lot of the people that took a break from Tarkov have been playing it for years. So I would argue that it's actually a good thing that people are kind of taking a break. They're playing other stuff. They're experimenting with other games. Like myself, I've done a ton of variety stuff this wipe, and it's been great. It's been a nice break. I don't feel as burnt out, on the days that I do play Tarkov, whereas before I was kind of forcing myself to play it. But yeah, a lot of people decided to take a break, and with good reason. It was a good time to take a break from the game and maybe play it, casually compared to before. Next wipe, I feel like there's going to be such a huge shift in the game's dynamic that I think it's going to bring back a lot of these old players, and a lot of the streamers that have now gone and done variety stuff will very likely come back to Tarkov, and in a big way. So what can we be expecting from the next wipe for Tarkov? Well, first of all, we're going to get the new trader. So I think that Lightkeeper was promised to us at the end of the summer. It is now October. We still don't have it. I am guessing at this point BSG are just well, let's just put him in with the wipe. I would be very surprised if between now and Christmas we ended up getting Lightkeeper added to the game. Obviously, there's a chance that could happen, of course. But I'm going to hedge my bets here, and I'm going to say that we're going to get Lightkeeper with the next wipe. It feels like the safe bet to me, So who is Lightkeeper? Some of you might ask. I actually have other videos related to who the Lightkeeper is, but basically, for anybody who doesn't know, he is going to be the new in-raid trader for Tarkov. Meaning you actually have to go into a raid and go and meet this AI in raid at the lighthouse, and he will trade with you, and he'll probably have quests, and he'll probably have loads of really cool gear and stuff like that. So that is the basics on the Lightkeeper. So we will more than likely be getting him. Also, I've made a video on this in the past. I also reckon that he will be a new boss. I think that depending on what time of day that you go to the lighthouse, he'll be either a traitor or he will be a cultist, because I have my own theory that he might be the leader of the cultists. That's just kind of my own kind of fun theory that I put together, and I just think that'd be a cool idea. So he might potentially be a new boss, possibly. I don't know. Now, since Lightkeeper was announced, we can only assume that they've done a lot of work on him, and he's probably pretty much ready to go. So it wouldn't be absurd of us to assume that there might be another new trader that will just go on the trader screen, with Peacekeeper and Therapist and Prepor and Mechanic and Ragman and all that. So we might actually have a new trader there on that screen too, which wouldn't surprise me. He could potentially be some kind of mercenary for some faction on Streets of Tarkov, but there could be a new trader related to either somebody from Streets of Tarkov or, as I said, potentially somebody from Black Division. Now, just a couple of things to list off here. Obviously, we're going to have new quests. There's obviously going to be quests on Streets of Tarkov, so I don't know what those are going to be. They've obviously kept a very tight lid on what all that kind of stuff is going to be. So we're probably just going to get new quests from either a new trader, or the older traders will also have quests that will take place on Streets of Tarkov as we explore and learn more about the new location. Of course, there's going to be a bunch of new guns. So this patch, you know, we did get some new guns, nothing really insane. A couple of really cool guns like the bolt action 338, but we're likely going to get a whole dump of new guns, new ammo, new attachments, and all that other kind of stuff. Fingers crossed for a Benelli attachment that lets us put a laser or a flashlight on it. That would be amazing. That's just kind of the standard stuff that comes with wipes. So moving on to the more kind of meaty stuff here. Many balance changes. I'm hoping they're going to do something with the movement, and I'm really hoping that we're going to get something to do with stats, like some kind of soft skill rework. That would be absolutely massive. That is like really, really high on, personally, my list of things that I really want to see for Tarkov in the very near future, is an entire rework to the soft skill system, because at the moment it doesn't feel rewarding. It's very grindy, it's very annoying, and it's super off-putting. I swear to God, the amount of new players I've had come in and say this game sucks because they just can't move more than 10 feet when they pick up one extra gun in the early game, and you know, they grab a couple of quest items and that's it, you're doomed. You've got to walk out of the raid at, you know, a meter per hour or whatever. So I'm really desperately hoping that we get some kind of change to the current soft skill system. Either that or buffs to how fast we can level endurance and strength, or something to change how the weight limit systems work. Maybe work on how terrible inertia feels in the early game when you have low strength and endurance. Because for me, that is the... I reset my account recently, and my God, you forget how, like, awful and just uncontrollable your PMC feels with that, like, really high inertia debuff at like the start of the game when you have no strength and endurance. It's really hard to get through, and it doesn't feel great to me. I still think the system needs work, but hopefully it gets balanced to a point where everybody kind of likes it and people think it's good. So lads, this is a rumor that I've heard. Well, actually not so much a rumor, but I can't really say who I heard this from. Interchange Rework. So there is apparently an Interchange Rework in the pipeline. I wasn't told when, but could be something that they're kind of working on somewhat of the back burner, because they're probably rushing to get streets ready and then whatever else they're doing with it. So this might not be something that we get when the wipe drops, but it could potentially be something we get as that wipe kind of goes on. That's awesome. I'm so excited for this. Interchange is easily one of my favorite maps in Tarkov. It always has been, and my God, if it wasn't for the lighting and some of the sound in certain areas, the map needs love, and I'm really, really happy that it's getting a rework. BSG have been very quiet recently. That's kind of fair. You know, there's a lot of stuff going on in the world right now, and, you know, they're just keeping the nose to the grindstone, working away, doing their stuff. Just let them be. Let them do their thing. When they're ready to have a chit chat with us, I guess we'll have another Tarkov podcast, and we'll check that out. And whenever that comes out, I'll do a little breakdown on it for you guys. Lastly, but definitely not least, obviously, guys, first iteration of Streets of Tarkov is coming with the next wipe. It does look awesome. It looks great. I'm very excited to check it out. There you have it. That is my predictions. So let's watch this video back when the wipe comes out. We'll see if any of this shit was right. Sometimes it's just fun to, you know, talk crap about the game you like, you know, like just... and think about things that could potentially be added that you would like and that you would enjoy. Please remember that everything I've said in this video, guys, it's like my opinion. It's like my thoughts and theories and stuff that I would hopefully like, you know, to see in the game. If you don't like that, that's fine. You can have your own thoughts and opinions too. And that's where I'm going to leave it. So guys, thank you very much for watching. If you did enjoy, please make sure to leave a like, leave a comment, and make sure to subscribe and all that other stuff. And if you've made it this far in the video and you like my content, check out the vlog channel. It's linked down below. We're going to be putting a lot of stuff on there when we move to Texas. So guys, thank you so very much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out, my dudes.